I'm Adam Anschel for Pro Football Weekly with a positional analysis of the defensive ends in this year's draft. It's presented by Verizon Fios. I'm joined by our draft expert, Nolan Nawrocki. And Nolan, defensive end in this year is probably the deepest position in this draft. You know there's a lot of talent. Who are the top pass rushers?
Well, you got Robert Quinn from North Carolina and Aldon Smith from Missouri. I think those are the two guys that stand out for their speed coming off the edge. To me, Smith is a lot like Justin Tuck. I think he'd be best in a 4-3 defense, could play inside or outside. He can also project to outside linebacker as well. As could Quinn. I think there's more concerns about medical with Quinn, and that could potentially push down his stock.
Now, it's tough to project defensive ends sometimes because you have some in the 3-4, some in the 4-3. Who are guys that might fit into that 30 front?
We got J.J. Watt from Wisconsin. I think he's the most highly coveted in this year's draft. Cameron Jordan from Cal's another one. I think he's a guy that's got great size, can also play inside. Muhammad Wilkerson from Temple is another guy that played inside at Temple but projects outside in the NFL. And you got Cameron Hayward and Alan Bailey, who both could be solid 3-4 base ends.
Now, another couple other names we know. One that was at the top of your board at one point but have injury concerns, medical concerns. Tell us about them.
Well, you got Daquan Bowers, and I think a lot of teams are concerned about the knee. I think he's cleared on enough that there's a chance he could fit into the top 15. We'll see where he winds up on draft day, but he's a guy that's definitely going to provide value the further down he drops. Adrian Claiborne from Iowa is the other one. Has Erb's palsy in the shoulder, had some difficulty moving his arm upward. He's going to have to play right defensive end in the NFL, so I think he's restricted from that standpoint. And the two of them both slide further than they could grade out on tape.
So given all of the talent, including these guys that may even slide, you get some value late in the draft. What's the overall grade for defensive ends?
I think you have to definitely give it an A. There can easily be 8 defensive ends in this year's first round. It's one of the strongest defensive end classes we've seen in the last 2 decades.
We know teams always need it, so to have this much depth, it should be a good draft for that. For the best draft coverage around, be sure to follow us on Twitter or go to ProFootballWeekly.com.